Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chris, like always, aka the IT guy. Today I'm going to show you how to install the Laravel on Windows 10 if you are a PHP programmer and you want to take your PHP programming to the next level by using the Laravel framework. This is now the good starting point on where you can learn to install the Laravel framework on Windows 10. This is going to be a step-by-step process, and I want you to be with me so as to never miss anything. Don't speed up, don't hurry. There is no shortcut in programming or setting up the environment, and at the end of the video you will have the same results. Enough of talking, let's go ahead and see what we are going to do on here. First of all, we need to install what you call a composer. To install the composer, you go ahead and open your favorite browser. In this case, I'm using Chrome, and go and type a composer like this one, composer. And this is now what the composer do is now a package manager that will help us to make a Laravel project and enable us to download the Laravel framework on our system. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the first link that will come from the search results, and it will be the getcomposer.org. and go ahead and click on this link, the first link, and there will be a lot of buttons here. But go ahead and click on download, and once the download is starting, let's see, we're now to download this one here. Now it is now the composer setup. Go ahead and click on here, and it will start download, and it is not that heavy as I'm talking. It's now done, and the next steps is to go ahead and open it once it's done, so as to continue with the further installation. And once I click on the composer and minimize my browser so to have a clean workspace to show you what's going on here, and it will ask me for the installation mode. It will ask me if I want to install this for all users or for me only. In this case, I want to install for all users, and I will go ahead and accept that one, and to restart like this, and I will go ahead and click click next. And once you are on here on the settings, make sure you have this XAMPP -php.exe, and as a prerequisite for this composer to work, you need to have the XAMPP installed. In this case, I have it on my system. If you don't have it, this is now the video. You can go and click on the card up there to see where you can download the video, or watch the video on how to download and install the XAMPP. And once the XAMPP is ready, and you can navigate to your folder, and you can see that we chose the php.exe. and once you didn't see the php.exe, you can go ahead and browse, and the location will be on your XAMPP folder, and you will go on local disk C. You can go on XAMPP, and you can go on php, and you can choose this php.exe, and the result will be pretty much the same like this one that was chosen by default. Okay, so go ahead and press next, and okay, and I want to use this to your path. Make sure to check this one, unless it will give you the error that we have previously seen. Go ahead and press next, and once you do that, it will continue with all those ones. So let's make sure we wait for those to be done. And once this is done, go ahead and press next again and press install, and we'll have to wait for a couple of minutes for this to be done. All right, once the installation is complete, go ahead and press on next and click on finish. And once you do that, you need to check if the composer is now successfully installed. To do that, you go in the run and type cmd like this one, and press enter, and type composer like we did while we are browsing this one. And once you press enter and you see these results, it means that now you are ready to use this composer as a package manager that we are going to use so as to create our Laravel project and be able to download our Laravel on our system. And once we are sure that this is now on our system, we can go ahead and exit this one and type exit. And once all that are done, I'm going to go ahead and go to my files manager, and go to local disk C, go to XAMPP, and go to htdocs. And once I am in this htdocs, I'm going to go ahead and copy this path, copy, And once I copy that one, I can go ahead and open my command prompt again, and I can go ahead and change the directory, and I'm going to navigate to the path that I copied, like this one. And once I'm in here, I'm going to press enter. And in this case, you can see that I have changed from this location to this one, and this location is where my projects will be saved. And once we are in here, we are going to start our further processes, and the processes that we're going to do will be started by Composer as the package manager. And after writing Composer, you can go ahead and type create a project, like this one. And once you type project, leave a space and type Laravel, like this one, and go and put another Laravel after the slash, like this one. And only when you reach on this level, you need to specify the folder on where your project will be saved, if it is a MIS or a CMS. In this case, let me choose MIS. And once I choose that one, in order to install the current version, that is now the playlist, we need to give this argument or this option to our command, and I will put hyphen prefer, and I put this like this. And what this means, well, it means that we will have to choose the current version for the time of making this record. And once you are watching this and you can see the different version or the different release, there is no problem about that one. As long as you use the preferred list, it will have to pull a previous version for you. Alright, so and I'm going to press enter, and once I press enter, I will have to wait for a couple of minutes for these processes to be done. As you are seeing, it is now creating a project for me, and I'm going to wait for the download of Laravel. And in this case, I'm installing Laravel version 8.6.8. and once this is done, I'm going to show you for another previous installation for the previous versions. And let me wait for this to be done. Alright, cool. Once now our download of files will be complete, we will be seeing this message that the application key set successfully, and we need to check so as to be sure that our Apple application was started. So I will go on my htdocs, and when I go in MIS, I can see that there will be this bunch of files, and this will confirm that our MIS project was created, and it was created using the Laravel framework. And there will be some occasions when you will need to use the previous versions of this Laravel, and you don't need to use like the current version for the sake of your project. It can depend on what you need. And to install the previous version, you will need to change our command for a bit, and I'm going to press the arrow key to bring back the command that I was typing, and I'm going to delete this one, and I will have to put, for example, MIS2. And after putting MIS2, I can choose the version. For example, let me choose for example 7.0, and in this case the project that is called MIS2, it will be created using the Laravel 7.0. Without wasting so much time on this one, you will have to use that approach that I was telling you. And let's see how we can move to the further configurations, and we will have the fun around that one. And I'm going to close all this, and I'm going to show you on how to make, for example, there will be some cases when you need to access your project, and I'm going to show you two methods to access your project. Let me go in the CMD again, and once I'm in CMD, I'm going to go on my project folder where it is located. For example, it is on XAMPP, htdocs, and MIS. I can go ahead and copy this address, and once I copy that address, I can go ahead and type in my command prompt. I'm going to type, for example, let me go ahead and type php artisan serve, and after doing that one, I can go ahead and put my location, or I can first of all change the directory, and I will put my location like this one, and I can type php serve like this one, and once I do like that one and press enter, it will return let me see the program here. Let me put I forgot to put artisan serve like this and press enter and wait, and you will see that there will be this location if you have a project and you try to open this port to open your project. Let's give it a shot. I'm going to go ahead and copy this, and once I paste on my browser like this one, paste, and you can wait for a bit for this to load, and you can see now it will give me this welcome message for the Laravel. You can see now we are able to get on our project, which is now very good. And there is now the second method that you can use, and you can go in your project again. You can copy this path, and I'm going to go ahead and use XAMPP to access my project. In this case, I will have to activate my Apache server, so I'm going to go ahead and press start. After pressing on start, to restart on this port, let's wait for the port to come, and let's wait. And once the port are ready, you can see it will be port 80 for HTTP and port 443 for the SSR. And when I go ahead and place localhost like this one, and I try to put MIS like this, and once I press enter, it will give me all this one. So let me go ahead and go in the public folder like this one, and you can see now this location, it will give us pretty much the same. Like you can use the IP like this one, the results will be the same. There are in some points when you will need to access your website, for example, by using a specific name like a local domain name. That's what I can call it. And what it will require us is to create what we call the vhost or the virtual host. And to do that one, I'm going to show you on how to do that. First of all, we have to open the notepad. I'm going to go ahead and place notepad, and I will go ahead and click and learn it as an administrator. And once it's opened, let me wait for it to be opened. Let me minimize this, and it will ask me to learn it as an admin. And what I'm going to do is to go ahead and go on File and open, and I will navigate to my XAMPP folder, and I will go on Apache, and after Apache I will go on comp for configuration, and I will go in the extra. And once I am in the extra, you can see there is no file because the extension is .txt. So I will go ahead and place on all files. And once I am in this, when you take a closer look to all those files, there will be this file that is called vhost.conf, and this is now the file that we are going to mess up with. So I'm going to go ahead and double click this file, and once you scroll down all the way down, you can see where it is written virtual host, and you can see there will be a lot of things, a lot of information on here. What we are going to do is to copy this last section, and once I copy that one, I can go ahead and paste it here, and I can uncomment this and uncomment this too. And what I can do, I can go ahead and delete these contents that are on there, and we're going to add our contents. And what you need to do is to choose the document root, and document root, it will be the path to our folder. So, that will anywhere our project is saved, and I will have to leave a space. And I'm going to go again on my local disk C XAMPP htdocs, and this one, and I will have to copy, and I will have to paste it here, and it will be the document root will be from C XAMPP htdocs mis. And the second thing that we need to do is to set the server name, and the server name that we're going to set here, it will act as our virtual server that we are going to use on our system here. So I'm going to go ahead and paste it here. Let me indent for a couple of lines, and the server name, for example, I can call it Hano Media dot for example .co .rw, like this one. That is a random address or a random server name that I picked so as to make a demonstration. And once I'm done with this, I can go ahead and place on save. And to have a backup file of what you can need, you can go ahead and copy this one, and you can paste it like here. I messed up, so let's go ahead and do like this one. Alright, and I can go ahead and comment this, and then comment this too. And once we are done here, you can go ahead and restart our Apache to save the configuration. And once this is done, you can go ahead and configure this pretty much the same this path on our local disk C. And to do that, I'm going to go ahead and close this and open the new notepad as an administrator, and you need to edit the file that is in the drivers, and you need to edit the host file so as to match the parameters like that one. And I'm going to go ahead and click on file open, and I will go on local disk C. I will go on Windows. I will go on systems 32, and this is not the one here. And we will go on etc. Where is the etc? Let's check where there will be a folder that is called, let's see, system 32 drivers. It's not etc yet, drivers etc, and we have to choose our files, and there will be this host file. And you can go ahead and check for this host file, and you will see where it is written localhost. You can go ahead and copy this and paste it here. And once you paste that one, you can paste it again, and you can go ahead and write, for example, hanomedia.co.rw, and save this one. And once I am done, I can go ahead and close this, and we have to restart our server again and start it. And once we started our server, you can go ahead and type, for example, hanomedia.rw, and you can see that it will bring this directory tree. And the reason it is blinking like this one, you can see that the name pretty much it will bring this directory. And I can go ahead and adjust a few settings so as to have the same page as the Laravel page. So I'm going to go ahead and open this file real quick, and we'll have to collect for a little bit. I'm going to open this one from XAMPP, and I will go on Apache. I will go on conf extra. We have to show our files and view host. And the program was all about here, and you can go ahead and add, for example, this one. Let me add public. And once I add the public, and I restart my server and try to reload. Alright, you can see now it is bringing the same page that we were previously seeing while we were trying to access it through the IP address. But in this case, you can see that I can use this name that I imposed or that I presumed so as to have it like a specific name for your project, so as to remember. For example, you can have like a project that contain a lot of versions or a lot of projects, and you can go ahead and use this name so as to differentiate them. I hope, guys, this video was very helpful, and it was worth it. It was worth watching. And if you liked it, let me know in the comment section. If you did, go ahead and press like too. And if you are coming on this channel for the first time and you find it interesting and you want many videos like this one, go ahead and subscribe, and let me know again if you met with any error. I will be here to help you like always. So have a good day and peace.